It actually gives out the whole roll, so that's what was given to me. Have to make sure.
My name is Denise Townsend, and my mother is Dorothy. Many years ago, like almost 100 years ago, not quite, Jim introduced Dot to my father Charlie. And he was from the South Island. He represented Marlborough, and he was the New Zealand champ. He comes to Auckland, and they think, oh, who's this smart person coming from the South Island? And they went out, and Jim and my father Charlie hit this tussle, and it was amazing. And guess what? Beat the Auckland boys. And I think Jim's still getting over it 80 years, maybe 70 years later. So that's actually how my mum, who's here today, Dorothy, met Charlie through Jim. So it's amazing. So we flew out this morning, left home at 10, hired the car.
He used to live in Mile Road and Port Shep. And which road? Which road was that? Mile Road. Mile Road or Wiola Road?
So maybe you could go down big dark highway.
I met Jim in 1968 when I came to Auckland, and went down to West Haven and asked if I would go sailing with him, and he said, yeah, I can. So I joined him there, and he said, oh you did all right. You did all right. Yeah, we'll send you an invite to join the Fidelis. So I joined the Fidelis and sailed with them for 5 years. We did a lot of different things which were all new to a country boy. I came from the far north, so it was all pretty exciting for me. And for 5 years we sailed around. I went to Hobart with him, came back from Hobart without him because nobody wanted to do the return trip.
Come on, James, come and cut the cake.
Oh, look at that. Where's the knife?
Do you need a hand to hold it? Wait them out. There you go, yeah. Well done. That was a fail. It's a bit windy. Alright. We'll just pretend he blew them out.
Hey, Dad, I saw it right out.
He only has to look at it. You got a knife?
Drink. Easy.
I don't think it'll go for some.
He wants to wine.
Now's a chance.
Blow.
Blow them out.
Stubborn.
Alright,
It's still going.
B is so beautiful, C he's so beautiful, D he's a darling, and E he was something else. F he was a feather in his eye. Now G he looked good to me, H he's so heavenly, I he's the idol of your eyes. Now J you're like Jim and Jill, K, maybe he's still kissable. L, you're the loved one in his eyes. M, N, O, P, we could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, well alphabetically speaking, you're okay now. U make our lives complete. V means you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z. Now it's been fun to wander through the alphabet with you, but we'll leave it to everyone now. What's true is you. Happy
Cutting.
Mine's not the greatest.
That one's well mixed.
You're not going to run out. Okay, I just want to say a few words to Jim, which he's done very well getting here on his 90th birthday, but he was always a bit of a, I think his mother must have been the one that, I can't understand, you were always a real healthy person with your food, and you know, sun cream, Christ, the whole bloody boat was covered in bloody, that zinc oil.
Zinc.
Ah, it's a pain in the arse. You could tell who'd kissed him that night. But, yeah, so anyway, it's just a few words to say, well, thanks, Jim, for inviting us to have our wedding here 40 odd years ago. And that was very kind of you, which we had right here on the lawn, which was fantastic. And yeah, and Jim's been a bit of a really helped with lots of things. We did a lot of good things, probably did a few bad things too. I won't mention those, but
Didn't get caught.
didn't get caught. But the thing is, you know, I remember one day that we did the Ticoom race, and you know, most people in the squadron, they sail down to Ticoom in their big yachts and anchor, and they have drinks and have their flags up and everything. Not us. We go down there across the finishing line, turn around, straight back to that bloody island.
Pakatoa.
Pakatoa, yeah. We're into it.
What for?
But we'd been drinking on the way down. We drank round the corner. We won the race, so we drank. we drank on the way back, and I was steering the boat, and I tried to take it into the wharf where the hydrofoil goes, because it was a special wharf that we went up and down. And I went round once, and Jim said, "Give it to me, I'll do this. You don't know what you're bloody doing." So we went round once. That was a bad shot. Went round twice. We bumped a bit and crashed. Went round again, not too bad, and we went right under the bloody wharf. So I said, "Jim, I could have done that the first time."
He's a liar.
And then, of course, that's when I get a mention here. You slipped on the combings, went over the side, we're all pissed as jobs, and disappeared. And of course, that thing for the hydrofoil was above the water. You disappeared under the water. Just as well you had long hair, mate, because I would never been able to grab it. You did. You had a lot less of it by the time I pulled you out. But, yeah,
I just said, they said we've dropped the man overboard. I said, oh, we'll pick him up on the way back.
that's why James Kirkpatrick's not here today. Because
And they said, what about if you can't miss him? I said, too bad, I'll pick him, I'll go to the finish and come back and get him. Because this boat was only a boat, was Tom Clark. And another day, if you want to hear of incidents, once upon a time for the Admiral's Cup, and I had to get this boat over the other side of England by such and such a date on the trailers. The first day towing this boat's one of the drivers took crook, and he couldn't go, and the guy come in and said, you can't take them there. Why? And they said, the other guy, you can't take the third boat. I said, I've got a license, I'll take it. So I showed him my license, and so okay. So we went down the road about 50 yards and I hit a pup. Just took the spouting off. But I got away with it. We still got the boats to where we were going.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
What else have you crashed the boat into?
One of them was a skimmer thing that bloke was building the skimmers and they're all fast.
Spencer.
Spencer. And now he built a 70-footer. And it was anniversary day and I had
for Davis for a few days, and I said, we'll beat him today, and they said, oh, we'll be bloody lucky. So at the first mark, the last mark, I had him covered by a boat length, and we had to go from there up to Watchman's Island back to the finishing line. And they said, how are you going to beat him? I said, I've got to sit on him. So we got around the mark. Clark and his fancy boat tried every trick to get out of my lee, and I stood on him all the way. He got to the top mark, and this bloody Fitzpatrick fell overboard. I was going to say leave him there, but I said we'll pick him up on the way back.
But the thing is, you still had a real grunt against Tom Clark. You hated Tom Clark because they changed, you wanted to be Devon Street, and they changed it to Clark Street, and you got real shitty.
Well, you might be right. More story.
No. But thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, mate.
Holding my hand at 90.
Yeah!
Here's 110.